Hi everyone. The other day I was doing some processing with the Cord King 1820 and I'm having a strange issue and I want to demonstrate it for you and see what you think. I think I know what's going on. We were cutting wood and put a log through, cut the log, and on the backstroke we threw the chain. So the chain came off and it wrapped around here and it buggered itself up. So I pulled this apart, put a new chain on, and decided, okay, all good, get back to work. But now the issue I'm having is every time I cut off a log, when we retract the saw, it's trying to make another cut, but it's just skimming like one tooth width worth of wood. Well, cutting backwards, let me tell you, this thing, it's like a shotgun blast of wood chips right in your face, depending on where you're standing. It is very unpleasant. I need to figure out what's going on here. Like I said, I think I know what it is, but we're going to try to demonstrate it first and then see if we can fix it. So the first log I'm going to do is pretty obnoxious. There's a knot there, a knot there. I think there's a knot in there someplace and another one down the end. This is a tough piece of wood here. I'm going to rev it up and we're going to get started here and we'll see what happens. And I do have another issue with the saw that is totally unrelated, but you'll see it happen. What's going on is when the saw moves down, it's not engaging. And what I believe is going on is I have either a bad contact in the limit switch, or I know I've got a bad plug on the solenoid because I took it apart the other day and the plug is all rusted out. They didn't seal it real well when they built it, so it got some water intrusion. So we're gonna have to fix that, but that'll be a separate video. For right now, I just want to show this first issue. So here we go. You saw what that did. When the saw was retracting, it cut going backwards and it fired a blast of wood chips right at my face. That's why I always wear this. I think I know what's going on. We're going to take the saw apart and look at it, and I'll explain it as we go. hopefully we can fix this. What I need is my helper, but he went back to college on Sunday. So what I'm doing is I'm backing the adjuster all the way out so that the bar, all right, so there it's adjusted all the way out, so the bar is resting on the studs, on these studs here. And I've shown this before. Okay, then I'm going to turn this back in just a little bit. And then that way, when I put this back on, it just drops right in place. So as I was saying, the other day, we had a chain shot. Well, it wasn't really a chain shot. It was a it was a thrown chain. I believe what the problem is the bar right here where it clamps. I think it's dirty somewhere. There's dirt stuck in there someplace. So we're going to take this whole thing off and we're going to clean it. What I want to do is I'm going to scrape all this crud off of here. All this nasty bar oil. And it just picks up dirt. So I'm going to take a dirty rag first. But I'm going to look at it here and see if when I put this back together the last time, maybe I pinched something in here. I don't really see anything on this side, but there's so much crud on here that it's hard to tell. So I'm trying to wipe off most of the dirt with the dirty rag. Okay. Now we'll get a clean rag. Okay, that looks fairly clean. Now I need to clean the motor side of this. Alright, so again, I'm going to just try to wipe this as clean as I can. Yeah, I think it's very possible that I pinched a blob of dirt or something in here. Well, we're going to find out because we're going to clean it real good and then put it back together. Just inspecting the sprocket a little bit here. It's going to be time for a new sprocket pretty soon. Alright, get most of this nastiness off of here. Okay. Yeah, right there. What do you know? There's a piece of dirt right there, and it's all smashed. So I think that might be the issue. And what I'm thinking is, when the bar is clamped in here, that little piece of dirt is making the bar twist ever so slightly. So a slight dimple here is going to make a pretty big difference down at the other end of the bar. So let me see if I can, yep, there's a little blob of sawdust right there. I'm wondering if that might be part of the issue. I hope, because that is really annoying. I can't tell you how horrible that is to have this thing shoot a blast of sawdust right in your face. And it stings. I mean, it really. We were working the other day and I had my son and my wife here, and my wife was running the machine and my son was helping clear the chute and I was helping clear the chute from the other side, and I caught a shot of it right in the face. And I'll say that was entirely unpleasant. Next is cleaning off the bar. And there's so much dirt on here, I couldn't even tell you if something was stuck on there. Yeah, it looks like there might be a little bit right there. Yeah, I don't see anything stuck to the bar really on this side. There's some paint chips. All right, I need to get a pin to knock the crud out of the oil holes. Very important to clean these. And there's always a big blob of dirt. Look at that. Now that's the side. The dirty side was the side I was not using. That side clogs up, so if you flip the bar over, you always have to remember to clean that real good before you put it back to use. Don't do what I did. Forget to clean it. And next thing you know, you're running a dry saw. So if this doesn't fix it, and the next thing is maybe this bar is bent. And I think I can lay it on my surface plate and find out. It sure doesn't look bent. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is bent. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take this down to the shop and lay it on the surface plate. So let's go down there for a few minutes. Well, I found my problem. So the bar is flat on the surface plate. And by the way, moving a surface plate is not nearly as easy as I made it sound. That thing is heavy. And yes, I know it's not level. Nothing in my shop is level. So this just serves as a flat surface, really. Anyway, let's see. I take my little scale. I can't go under there. I can't go underneath there. But right here, look at that. So the bar is definitely bent. Fortunately, I have another bar coming my way. But that was kind of hard to see while it was on the machine. And look here, I don't know if you can see this. If you can see it moving. I'm not sure if I can get a good picture of this. So all I did was flip it over, and now look. Shouldn't do that. That should be completely flat. So somewhere along the line, I bent the bar. Considering the number of huge logs that I've put through this thing, and every once in a while you'll get a log jam and something will mess up, this is not the least bit surprising. So we need a new bar before we go any farther. That's coming, hopefully in the next day or two. I'm not going to put this back together because it's no good the way it is. It's dangerous. It's shooting wood chips at me. I'm just not going to do it. So this bar is going to get retired. It's going to be used for other purposes. I showed you how you can check to see if your bar is bent You could probably do other things like put it in clamp one end in a vise and then use a straight edge along the bar and see if that tells you anything. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you later.